everyone, and welcome to Earth News and Media platform. This is Kapitra this side, and I'm doing my first outdoor shoot, and I'm so excited about it. Can you guess what is this water body behind me? I was surprised to see this today. I'm standing at the mini seashore road at Vashi, and it's full of water, and I'm so happy about it because I think the last time I saw so much of water is when I moved into Navi Mumbai in the year 2010 and then 11, and then slowly this became an empty barren land, and it was full of garbage. And I'm so happy now to see this. There's been a revival of this mini seashore road, and I'm going to get to the roots of it later, but today we are here to cover another group of activists, another group of on-ground climate warriors. Hi Rohit. Wow. Hi. Okay, I was just doing the introduction. Let me turn the camera. Hey, I'm here to cover today Mangrove Marshalls, who are doing the collection drive, the 90th week today, and we're just going to go inside and see some of our volunteers. What are they up to? There you go. Tubs of thermocols, shoes. Can we just see this? Oh, okay. So we have shoes, we have thermocol, we have plastic, of course, bottles. We also get a lot of glass bottles. We get bags, syringes. Okay, hi Rasika. Hi. So Rasika is part of the Mangrove Marshalls group, and she and husband Rohit together have started this initiative, which is so great. And we kind of do this here at Mini Seashore Road and even Sagar Vihar in Vashi. And so today we are here, and we have other participants, many volunteers. Yeah, thank you so much, Rasika. Yeah.
And do join. There's a lot of volunteers.
Yes, that's the plan. Yeah. All right, so I'm being called to that side because there seems to be a lot of trash. I have heard it's very stinky inside. So guys, over here it's still dry. The ground is very dry, but when you go to the creek side, the sea creek side, the Sagar Vihar side, it gets really swampy, and it's very tough until you have good footwear, good boots. You try to kind of go inside the mud. So here we go. This is the pathway. If you see, already there is a lot of garbage over here. Yes, small shampoo sachet packets, of course thermocol bits and tiny pieces. Here you go. Even you can see this tiny tot, a little kid trying to kind of get this mountain of garbage together. There you go. The deeper you go, the more garbage you find, because the sea just kind of comes in with all this garbage, and the mangroves kind of get this in, and it just gets stuck. And that's what we're doing to this beautiful ecosystem we have. And hi, let's talk to her. Hi.
Say hello.
Can you say hi? No, you're shy. Oh, she's shy. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Hi, I'm happy to meet you. You're doing such a great job. Can you give me a 5? Can you give me a 5? What's her name at least?
Tell your name.
Okay, all right. Can I have a name?
She's Kyra.
Hi, Kyra. Wow, I love your name. My niece's name is also Kyra, but she's big. All right, let's go inside. Hi.
Hi.
All right, if you see the ground, okay, these holes you see are all the crabs. Yeah, that's the work of the crabs. And that's how they collect all the garbage from the mountain of the garbage they've collected here, and they kind of take it in these rugs and wraps, and they kind of take it outside and they heap it up. Okay, let's look closely on this mount again. Plastic cups, plastic bottles, plastic sheets, thermocol, rubber, chappals, medicine bottles, remains of tires. Again, more chappals, cosmetic, kind of pouches, and face cream, face wash pouches, and bulbs. Balls, and so much more.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, just the tip of the iceberg. Well said, Rohit. So I just heard from Rohit that most of these thermocol items are decorative items used during the weddings and other festivities, and called Makar. And so stop using Makar. That's his message to you. Let's hope to stop using a lot of packaged food. If you see, I can just see a Kisan sauce packet over there. Little hearts. And so much more. So let's see how the mangrove trees grows. The plants here are very different from what are there in the forests. And can you see the roots and the branches, how they kind of mingle up? And that's how they kind of create an entire network of these branches, intertwined roots, and they are able to kind of put this entire ecosystem together. And this gets more dense as you go inside, and it gets really swampy, and until as I said, you wear boots, it's very difficult to go further in. And they'll be doing this till the summer, which is mostly kind of until the monsoons arrive in June, because later on the growth becomes so much. This place is full of grass, full of so much of dense growth, and gets infested by snakes and other reptiles and insects. So it gets really difficult. So we have time till summer, and to clear off this whole place with the kind of mountain of garbages which are getting collected there. And we have time to save the sea from kind of getting the garbage in kind of inside the sea, and again get it polluted with so much of unnecessary stuff. That's a huge, massive pile for you guys. If you see, this is how much the entire group here has collected. And this will be mostly picked by, I think, the NMMC, the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation workers. But this is tremendous work by the Mangrove Marshalls. We have Rohit here still talking about how we can create awareness, how we can bring in more people. So we have all the volunteers who kind of come and again kind of collected here. This is real work, guys. I mean, it takes real hard work to collect every piece of garbage over here. If you see, there are microplastics, micro thermocol, and this every little bit is the sweat of the people over here. Really hope you understand that it's being done for you, done for the betterment of the citizens, all of us, to the community. And this is Mangrove Marshalls for the community of Navi Mumbai. So just have a look deeply around each thing over here. There's little plastic bottles, bulbs, thermocols, cosmetics, ball, broken glasses, chappals, bags, yeah, glass bottles, liquor bottles, juice bottles,
materials.
yeah, and they are like puja items, malas,
Yes. Murti,
murtis, which we
chunni.
collect, bottle caps. I mean, literally every litter you can find is in this garbage pile. And thanks to each one of the volunteers here who are trying to do this, every weekend, just once a week on Saturdays in the morning, come and do something for the betterment of the community, for ourselves, for humanity,
For the environment.
and for the environment. Hi. Thank you so much. Hi guys, you
Don't
want to say
realize
something?
That,
Yeah.
We are surviving because
Come.
of the environment. So
Yeah, people really don't do that. Yeah.
Yes.
So how long have you been doing this?
almost 3 years.
Wow,
More
that's
than
amazing.
3 in fact. More than 3
Amazing.
years.
That's kind of a huge commitment, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Once
this is
in
a
a
risk.
while,
Yeah.
I mean, on and off we do miss, but
Yeah.
then yes, during COVID we couldn't do, but then again we started regularly.
Yeah.
And it's so pathetic, seeing people throwing every little garbage in the ocean and sea and outside. It's pathetic unless and until we change our mind and attitude, and we don't protect. I mean, the feeling of protection of environment must come from within.
Yes.
Unless and until we are not protecting the environment, trees and everything. Now see, during COVID, lots of people have died just because of oxygen. It's so pathetic actually, just because of oxygen. Oxygen you just get out of few trees. But we are not aware at all. We are not planting trees and we are polluting every little thing. Apart from our home, everything is a garbage. We treat everything as garbage and we are just throwing plastic bottles, Bisleri bottles, fruity, cold drink, Pepsi, and packaging materials, then construction works, and we get our house renovated and all the kachras we just throw in the dustbin. We don't feel anything, for the environment, that, they are going to small little, these marine animals, they just choke. It's
Yes.
so sad,
Agreed.
the whole murti and those makhar we use during Ganpati.
Yes.
We just throw everything, then big chunnis and just entangles the whole root of mangroves, and they are not able to breathe.
Yeah.
And small plants, these saplings,
Yeah.
they just come out and, they're not able to breathe at all. It's just piling the garbage above it.
Yeah.
So, you feel sad, but,
Yeah.
unless and until we change our attitude, it's very difficult because, we are some 100 people cleaning this and lakhs of people throwing garbage.
Agreed.
And we are cleaning once a week. They are throwing every minute, every second, lakhs of people.
True.
So unless and until, we change our attitude, it's very difficult. 100 people cannot change. But yes, I still feel, I'm positive. I still feel, fingers crossed, that people are, getting aware more and more, because school, education, kids, everyone is getting aware and people are slowly changing. It's very slow, but yes, positive change is surely there.
Everyone, and welcome to O Earth News and Media platform. I'm here at Sagar Vihar, Vashi, covering Mangrove Marshalls. I had joined them last week on the 90th cleanliness drive at Mini Seashore Road, and today is the 91st. And yet again, they are here trying to clean up the mess that is created by us. And that's how they pick up every little trash which gets swept by the sea. These are chappals, these are slippers, these are bags, these are bulbs, these are thermocol, these are medicine bottles, cosmetic bottles, you name anything you can find here. And the sea throws this back at us. It throws every little garbage that it pulls, or it gets kind of sucked into the sea, and it just throws it everywhere. And the Mangrove Marshalls team puts in an entire effort to help us get relieved of all this garbage. So there's so much to these mangroves. To understand them, we really need to understand the very crucial role they play in the coastal ecosystem. So let me just kind of number a few. Number one, the mangroves, they are the bioshield between us and the sea, and they act like a fence, a wall, protecting us from flash floods or any kind of a cyclone or any kind of over flooding which happens. Number two, it's an entire habitat, ecosystem of diverse species of birds, of marine life, of insects, and so it supports an entire ecosystem inside there. Now, mangroves, the way the trees grow, the mangrove trees, they are intertwined with each other, and that's how they're called the dancing trees of the sea. And they play such a huge role in carbon sequestration. So as far as research goes, this is where the blue carbon gets stored. Now when it comes to the mangrove forest, they kind of absorb all the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they bring it down through the algae, the seagrass, the trees, the plants that grow here, the weeds that grow here. They kind of pull it down, and they play a better role, a bigger role of carbon sequestration rather than the green forest, the kind of the territorial forests which are there. So they play a very, very crucial role in our well-being, in our existence, and that's why I'm here to cover a part of what Mangrove Marshall does to protect these beautiful, these self-sustaining ecosystem called the mangroves. So let's just go inside the forest and see how the mangrove trees, the dancing trees of the sea, look like. So here we go inside the mangrove forest. If you see, it's already so dense, it's all intertwined, and yet we see plastic bags stuck to the mangroves. We see so much of cloth which kind of gets buried into the ground. There's not much we can do about it. It just goes and suffocates everything. There's a lot of terracotta, there are diyas which kind of get also accumulated over here. Let me go a little more deeper inside. Alright, if you can see, there are medicine bottles. Okay, there's a lot of garbage over here. If you see, plastic bottles, juice bottles, Bisleri bottles. And if you see here, there is so much of trash. I can't even start counting or explaining. So much is stuck all around these mangrove forests. It's just gone and stuck itself. There's a lot of puja items, the puja chaddars which are there. The garbage is all over the place, it's just stuck, hanging from the branches, from the leaves, and everywhere. And if you see the mud here, it's very swampy, and it's kind of a little tricky for me to walk through, but I'm just managing with my shoes. And again, if you see, and we have the Mangrove Marshalls team over there trying to collect all that garbage, all that trash. And this kind of extends to the other side too. It's not just here, it extends. There are people over there too, trying to collect so much of all this. So tell us, Rohit, how did the journey of Mangrove Marshalls start?
Actually, we started this somewhere in April 2018. Completely as an impulse, because what happened was, uh, we used to go to mini seashore and we used to see so much of muck, especially in that water body, the holding pond, and we would always complain कि इतना गंदा है, रोज़ वहाँ पे आज भी लोग वहाँ पे बैठ के अल्कोहल पीते हैं. सो नवी मुंबई म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट हैव नो कंट्रोल, मतलब वो लोग कुछ कर नहीं पाए. लोग वहाँ पे बैठ के आज भी अल्कोहल पीते हैं रात को. They would leave beer bottles, they would leave whiskey bottles and stuff like that. So the place was a mess, you know. फिर उसके बाद it would become worse during the festivals because people will drop their nirmale and all that stuff. The place will stink. लोग सब जाते हैं लेकिन करता कोई कुछ नहीं. तो हमको लगता था म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन करेगी, ये करेगा, वो करेगा. फिर देन एक दिन हमने रियलाइज़ किया, एंड दिस वाज स्पेशली फॉर मी द इंस्पिरेशन वाज अफरोज, who started the beach cleanup for Warsaw, and that is the time this realization dawned on me कि कोई नहीं आने वाला यार, आप ही हो, और आप ही ये प्रॉब्लम, आप ही प्रॉब्लम के कंट्रीब्यूटर हो और आप ही प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करोगे. So one fine day we just started here, मतलब in the sense कि there was no ceremony, there was no muhurat. We just started. The first day it was myself, Rasika my wife, Yash my son, a couple of friends. Ganesh was there, Ganesh Shinde, who's still with us, and there were other couple of people. We started. फिर आते थे लोग, जाते थे. हम लोग हर संडे करने लग गए. फिर धीरे धीरे करके मानसून तक हम लोग एक संडे करके करने लग गए. एंड धीरे धीरे म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन स्टार्टेड टेकिंग नोटिस. उन्होंने लोग भेजने शुरू कर दिए टू हेल्प अस क्लीन, एंड म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन वर्कर्स वर आल्सो वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज समवेयर उनको भी वो क्लीन दिखने लग गई जगह, तो उनको भी लगने लग गया. इनफैक्ट दे स्टार्टेड सेइंग कि आप लोग आते हो तो हम लोगों को भी मोटिवेशन मिलता है. सो इट वाज अ विन विन. Now the tragedy was that a lot of people used to clap for us. There are a lot of people who used to say very beautiful things about us, but join कोई नहीं करता था. मतलब somehow there was a disconnect between people appreciating and people joining. तो वो disconnect unfortunately आज भी है. मतलब in the sense कि the number of people who give us compliments, अगर वो सब join कर जाए तो मेरे पास 1 लाख से ज़्यादा लोग होंगे सफाई करने वाले. तो फिर उसके बाद पूरा नवी मुंबई क्या हम लोग half of Maharashtra clean कर सकते हैं. लेकिन unfortunately most people do not join. बिकॉज आई थिंक समवेयर देर इज़ अ बिलीफ लोगों का कि ये प्रॉब्लम हमारा नहीं है, ये सफाई कर्मचारियों का प्रॉब्लम है. ये बहुत अजीब से लॉजिक है. काम आप करते हो तो बोनस आपको मिलना चाहिए, मेहनत आप करते हो तो रिवॉर्ड आपको मिलना चाहिए, गलती आप करते हो तो सफाई भी आपको ही करना चाहिए ना, वो थोड़ी करेंगे दूसरे. मतलब वाई शुड अ म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन वर्कर बी अकाउंटेबल फॉर योर मेस. सो आपने इतना प्लास्टिक यूज़ किया है, आपने इतना प्लास्टिक वापरा है, आपने प्लास्टिक सेग्रीगेशन नहीं किया है, आपने वेस्ट सेग्रीगेशन किया ही नहीं है ज़माने तक. नाउ दैट इज़ कम टू रूस्ट. अभी आपको करना तो पड़ेगा. तो जब तक लोग ये रियलाइज़ नहीं करने लगेंगे तब तक ये दिक्कत है. सो दिस जर्नी स्टार्टेड देन, फॉर्चुनेटली इट कंटिन्यूज़ नाउ. सो 2018 में ही जब हमने पोस्ट मानसून शुरू किया अक्टूबर नवंबर में, तो फिर उसके बाद हम लोगों ने मैंग्रोव्स के अंदर क्लीन करना शुरू किया. वी वर नेवर नोन एज मैंग्रोव मार्शल्स टिल 2019. वो बाद में जब ग्रुप बनने लग गया, थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया, सो वी डिसाइडेड दैट we'll have to give ourselves a name. So that's when through consensus we arrived this name at Mangrove Marshalls, and their name sticks. So वही कर रहे हैं हम तब से.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for all that input, and it's so important that we realize that this garbage is generated by us and we are the ones who have to clear the mess. Thank you so much again. Yeah, I hope more volunteers join Mangrove Marshalls, and this entire shoot is a step towards that. That's what I want to talk to people about, and we'll make sure more people join us.
Actually, there is another what we have achieved, apart from 180 200 truckloads of waste what we have removed over these years from the mangroves. The biggest accomplishment is a lot of children have got associated with us. They have become our ambassadors. They have started realizing the importance of cleanliness. They've started realizing the importance of unbridled consumerism. What is the impact it is happening on us. So बच्चे जो है ना वो हमारे एम्बेसडर हो गए हैं. तो अभी 2-3 हफ्ते पहले विश्व ज्योति स्कूल से 140 के करीब बच्चे आए थे. बीच में भी हमारे साथ बच्चे एसोसिएट होते हैं. So all
look at that.
there's no more.
I was stuck in
Just keep it there. Just keep it there in the
That's sad.
sand.
That was a turtle which had stuck in a net, and it no longer lives. So that's kind of a mess that even nets create, which we will talk about later in another video. But yeah.
Actually, everything is a mess because wherever there's a human imprint, हम लोगों ने we have taken ownership of the planet. We are just the custodians at the maximum. We are just one of the species which cohabits this planet. हम मालिक बन गए हैं इधर के, and that is a problem. And we are treating this earth like our personal property, and we are abusing it. मतलब हम अब इसको अपनी माँ की तरह नहीं ट्रीट करते हैं. हम इसको एक रेस्टोरेंट की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं. हम जाएंगे, खाएंगे और निकल जाएंगे. निकल के किधर जाएंगे? मतलब आपके पास दूसरा प्लानट है. इफ़ यू हैव अ प्लानट बी, प्लीज़ अब्यूज़ दिस प्लानट. जैसे आप जाते हो रेस्टोरेंट में, आप उनकी क्या नाम है, आपको कोई रिस्पेक्ट तो होता नहीं रिसोर्सेज का. वहाँ पे जो भी है, देयर शैम्पू, देयर वाटर, देयर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, यू डोंट स्विच ऑफ द AC because obviously it's not your property. You're doing exactly that to our planet, and that is the sick attitude. Because आप तो ultimately, और आपकी गलती की वजह से, आप सबकी गलती की वजह से ये सारा प्लानट मरेगा, और इस सब की गलती की वजह से बाकी सब स्पीशीज जाएंगी जिन्होंने इसको मेस को कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं किया है. सो शेम ऑन अस ह्यूमंस. वी आर द वंस हु आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर नॉट ओनली contributing to the mess for ourselves, we are contributing to mess for entire species. तो अगर आप जिस भी, आप खुदा में विश्वास करते हैं या भगवान में विश्वास करते हैं या जीसस में विश्वास करते हैं या गॉड में विश्वास करते हैं, जिस भी फॉर्म ऑफ गॉड में विश्वास करते हैं, what gave you the right to destroy the entire planet? What gave you the right to destroy other species? आप अपने जाके अपने होली टेक्स्ट पढ़िए, आपको उसमें पता चलेगा कि आप सिर्फ एक you are only a visitor on this planet. You have no claim on this planet. आपने एक planet का सत्यानाश कर दिया है. आपने प्लैनेट की वाट लगा दी है, टू से इट इन मराठी. आपने सत्यानाश कर दिया है, एंड दिस इज अनपार्डनेबल. So more and more people are joining, more and more people, this is becoming a movement. जो when we started it in 2018, there was no group which was cleaning any part of Navi Mumbai in Mangroves or wherever. Today there are 4 or 5 distinct groups I know of. There is one group of people in Airoli who are doing a fantastic job for the past many weeks. उन्होंने तो कोविड के टाइम पे भी किया, हम लोगों ने तो कोविड के टाइम में निकले नहीं हम लोग. There is another group of people who are doing it in Nerul. They are doing a fantastic job. I've heard of another group of people who are doing it in Belapur and in one in Panvel. खारगर में भी कुछ ग्रुप्स हैं. So fantastic. मतलब बेसिकली क्या है, एक दूसरे को देख के इंस्पायर होते हैं. हम किसी को देख के इंस्पायर हुए, हमको देख के कोई इंस्पायर हुआ, एंड अल्टीमेटली क्या है, हमारे को इसमें ये हम अपने पर्सनल गेन के लिए तो कर नहीं रहे. इसमें हमारा कोई पर्सनल गेन नहीं है. हम जो कर रहे हैं ना, वो हम लोग सिर्फ सेल्फ ग्रेटिफिकेशन के लिए कर रहे हैं. हम इसलिए कर रहे हैं कि हमारे वजह से अगर हम एक 1% या 1.01% भी इम्पैक्ट कर पाए, और हम आपके माइंड को 0.01% भी इम्पैक्ट कर पाए, तो ये हमारा सबसे बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन होगा. एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग, एज एन इंडिविजुअल, एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग, हमारा क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन है इस दुनिया में. In my journey of 50 years in life, what have I achieved? This is what I wish to, when I have to leave this planet, when I have to go away, if somebody was to ask me what have you achieved, this is the legacy I would wish to leave. This is the legacy of creating a chain of mangrove marshals, creating a chain of these warriors who become the champions of cleanliness, the champions of clean ocean, clean water, clean land. अभी गुरुजी भी बोल रहे हैं सॉइल बचाइए, तो ये वही है. हम सब अलग अलग अंश हैं, कर वही रहे हैं.
Thank you so much, Rohit. We really hope that these words get heard, because it's now time for action, and we have to be on ground, doing everything possible to make our earth healthy. And I mean, we need to owe earth because it's given us so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. चेक कर लो आपका.